Hey, everybody, welcome back to HypnoPro Accelerator, where we are your co-pilots in the fast lane of success. I'm Kimberly Lynn.
And I am Whitney Christina.
And we are talking today, websites part 2, the bare minimum stuff that you need to get your professional hypnosis website up and running and functioning so that you can really be successful. Let's get to it. Welcome to HypnoPro Accelerator, the podcast set to transform your hypnosis business. I'm Kimberly Lynn, and alongside my partner, Whitney Christina, we're your co-pilots in the fast lane to success for professional hypnotists. Join us as we explore the art of building a thriving hypnosis practice. We'll discuss captivating offers, effective client communication, and share our own insights from the profession. No gimmicks, just practical strategies from two experts who understand the world of professional hypnosis inside and out. So grab your coffee or something stronger, we won't judge, and settle in and get ready to accelerate your hypnosis business like never before. It's time to take your practice to new heights. Let's make it happen.
And
Okay. All right. So last time we talked about the bare minimum pages that you need. I ended up saying 6 to start with, and then Whitney added an events 7. So whether you decided on that 5, 6, or 7, that's what we talked about last time. Go check it out if you don't know what I'm talking about. It was a really great website talking about the pages that you need to get started. So now we're going to talk about the website functionality. So if a lot of these concepts are like things you don't know about at all, you can start learning about them. Again, we are talking to brand new hypnotists who are choosing to do a lot of the stuff they do DIY. If this isn't you and you don't want that, you can, I suppose, skip over this website, but you know what? You shouldn't. And here's why. If you're going to hire somebody to do these things for you, you still need to understand these basic concepts and needs and functions so that you make sure that the person that you're hiring, number one, knows what they're doing, and number two, can actually help you and is doing things correctly. So stick around no matter what. Okay, so
I'd like to jump
yes,
in there real quick. So I hired my first website, I hired somebody from Fiverr. And here's the thing, here's what we're giving you. We are giving you what you need to know, what you need to tell them, because all they know is all the other websites that they have created and that they have done, and they have absolutely nothing to do with you. So they think that they can put in a mindfulness coach and copy their website that they've done. Well, guess what? That doesn't work for you. So what we're doing here is we're giving you the tips and the tricks that you need. Even if you're not going to do it yourself, you still have to be able to communicate it to the person that is doing it for you. And it has to represent your profession. It has to represent you professionally. And you are not like other people. Hypnotists are different. And so that's what we're here to do today.
Yep, I love it. You're exactly right. So websites need to have the ability to function well. We've all been to websites where we go and things like links are broken and they don't take you to the right page, or the page doesn't exist, or when you pull it up on your phone, it doesn't look right. So this is the kinds of things we're talking about, functionality, the way that it works. You need to, number one, make sure that your website functions really well on mobile devices and tablets. This is absolutely necessary in 2024 and moving beyond. I think more people visit websites on their phones now than on laptops. And so website being mobile friendly is absolutely crucial. So you need to make sure that whatever platform that you use or person that you hire can make your website function on mobile. If it doesn't, it's just going to be impossible for people to just on the fly schedule with you, read about you, access you. It's just not going to work.
Right. And the thing that I always equate this to is so if she's not easy to work with on the mobile phone, how's she going to be to work with me? Like, however you present yourself on your website, however you are interacting with their technology, that's how you're going to take care of that. That's what they're thinking. So it's really important to be clear and easy and professional.
Totally agree. All right. Next, you have to have some kind of booking system. If you're the kind of person that does a free consultation. Obviously, you're absolutely going to need that. It's necessary. There's free ones out there. Lots of them will integrate with the website platform that you're already working with. Maybe the platform that you're making your website on already has calendars. Whatever it is, people need to be able to book on your website. It needs to be clean. It needs to be easy. You might need to have a form integrated in there so you can collect information. And if you want something that's really convenient for you, I'm hoping, and it should be, and this is the way mine is that you can also use it to book all of the things that you don't offer to the public. Like that's where I keep all of my calendars for all of my sessions, where because it's integrated, I'm able to send out reminders and all those things. This is really important for automating, time saving, professional look, and, just functionality. Whitney?
Totally agree. You've
Yep.
got it 100%.
Yep. All right. You need to make sure that it's loading fast. So whether you are designing it and making it yourself or someone else is, it needs to load fairly quickly. If you know how it is when you go to someone's website and it doesn't load, you honestly, if you wait more than 2 to 3 seconds, you're going to navigate away. People will automatically leave. So that means the images that get uploaded, they have to be optimized. You can Google how to do this, but you need to make sure that when someone clicks on your link, the website loads quickly, especially on mobile. And so it needs to load quickly. Otherwise, people just navigate away. And so that has a lot to do with code and image size and all sorts of stuff. So you just got to have to learn how to test that and make sure it's working. And if not, you may have to seek out an expert. But as long as you're optimizing your images and not putting too much information on the page, it should be okay with most of the DIY builders out there. Any thoughts, Whitney?
Nope. You keep on doing it because you've got all the info.
We got one more for functionality, and this is SEO. SEO is such a huge topic. I don't have time to go on to all of it, but one of the things I'm going to give you a really super tip right here when it comes to SEO and like the information that you are putting on the page that people can see. This isn't the hidden information in the code. This is the stuff that you put on your page. You need to have and make sure that you have one H1 at the top of every page. And you can't have any more H1s below. Does everybody know what I mean by H1? That's the first heading. It's the biggest one. Like if you go to a Google Doc and you were to click on like normal text, title, H1, H2, H3, a web page really just has normal text or H1, 2, or 3, and 4, and so on down. They don't have title and subtitles. So think of it like that. It's a hierarchical structure. And H1 goes at the top, and then a subtitle can go underneath, and then normal text. You can have another subtitle. You can have many other subtitles and normal text underneath those subtitles, but you can never have another H1. And if you haven't, so you've got to keep it hierarchically correct. You cannot have an H1 below another H1. It doesn't work. It has to be like when you're outlining in college, right? You had one Roman numeral. If you start the next Roman numeral, that has to be on a different page. You cannot have a second Roman numeral on that page. I hope that makes sense to everybody. That's the way you need to think of it. That's your super tip for when you're writing your web pages. Make sure that there's only one H1 at the top or Google doesn't like it. Okay.
That was good clarification.
Yep. Let's go on to like some of the technology you needed. We did talk about functionality with a calendar. That is also considered like a technology, right? You need to have a software or a service that integrates with your website that has calendars. We've already covered that. So let's talk about email. You need to be able to gather emails and create an email list through forms and things. So you need to be able to integrate an email gathering tool that creates a CRM, a database of the people, who they are. It subdivides them, all of the things. You need to have some kind of a CRM that goes with your website.
Yep. The CRM is, for me, that is like a really critical piece of information. It's their name, it's their address, it's their phone number. Yep. It's also special information like where'd you meet them?
Yep.
What was the date? And the CRM will track all the times
Yep.
that you send them an email and that you send them a text and that you contact them. And if they referred somebody, all of that is captured in your CRM. So that way you can leverage effective marketing techniques and stuff like that. I digress.
Yep. You're absolutely right. And here's the next one, payment processing. If you're lucky, you get to have all these in one place. I recommend finding all these tools because every business needs all these tools. And so if you can get them all in one place, so much the better. So you need to be able to process payments and be able to hopefully send invoices, or at least at a minimum, like send people payment links and all sorts of stuff like that. So you need to be able to process payments, hopefully through your website. It's really convenient. And honestly, you need a payment processor anyway, because most of the time as a hypnotist, you're probably not taking cash, very rarely checks. It's almost all going to be credit card or debit card processing. And so you absolutely need this kind of payment processor.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right.
There's no business without the money part.
Yep, exactly. Okay. And we have enough time. I'm going to move on to some visual content and essentials. Okay. So we've talked about function. We've talked about the essential tools needed. And now we're going to talk about visual. We've kind of talked about hierarchy before. So, we've kind of covered that things need to be organized well. But when it comes to visuals, I'm really talking more about fonts. I'm talking visual, like images. I'm talking about what you're actually writing on the page, how the words are used, everything that's visual. So there's a lot to say about this. People spend 4 years studying this kind of thing in college. So what I want to encourage you to do is figure out what your brand is, right? You might have a logo, you might have some brand colors, figure out what your fonts are, and then keep things consistent from page to page to page, including font sizes. So the headline on every page is, 32-point font or 55-point font, whatever that works for you. And all the subtitles are maybe 25 and all the text is maybe 18. So keep things consistent. Don't use many different sizes. That is a sign that a website hasn't been developed very well. Have really good imagery and don't just use stock imagery. I just had a friend ask me to look at her website, and one of the things I told her, I'm so inspired. She used picture after picture after picture. She had designed an entire new set of services for her business. She's not a hypnotist, but she is in the service of people like hypnotists, and had a whole new set of services. And every single one of the services, there were 5 categories. Each one was not a picture of something else. It was a picture of her. So it was her with the service, her with the service, her with the service. And it was all, it wasn't just 5 across or 5 down. It was a couple here and then 2 and then another. It was designed really well. It was visually compelling. You see her beautiful, friendly face. You feel all the colors were consistent. All the fonts were consistent. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It made me feel like I knew exactly what she was offering and who she is and her personality, and safe. So, we as professional hypnotists might not be going for such a casual thing, but use pictures of you doing things, get your gorgeous, happy face on there. That is the way to really make people feel like they know you, right? So I'm not saying every picture should be you, but you should have more than just one picture of you on your website. And your bio should probably be a professional headshot, but the rest of them don't have to be. They can just be really nice, candid photos that you have your phone on your desk in a thing. You set the timer and you smile, or there's one looking over your shoulder as you type away, or, you have a client pose, and maybe strategically block out their face, but you're doing hypnosis with them, something that shows people who you are, what you do, your personality, and who you are. So get good quality images up there of you and keep things consistent. And I'm going to stop there. Basically imagery, good words, good formatting, consistent branding. What do you have to say about that, Whitney?
I think that this is such good information to have. I wish I had this information when I was starting out as the hypnotist.
Me
I
too.
really love what you said about putting more pictures of you. I never thought of that. You also intrigued me about this website of this person that had all the different pictures of her with the different services. I'd love to see maybe some samples
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
such a wealth of knowledge. I really appreciate everything you're doing here.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you. And I love you're doing this together. It's amazing. We are just here to help you get started, help you get going. We want to be your go to place for you to get these. Where else I didn't have anybody like us when I first started. I had no idea. You don't know what you don't know. And that's what we are here to help you do. So, that is episode websites number 2, the bare minimum of stuff that you need to get a really good professional website going. Please like and subscribe. Please check out the description.
People.
Oh, yes. Please share this with other lovely hypnotists in your life that haven't heard of us. Please come join our free Facebook group and our free monthly training. You can find all the links in the description here. We'd love to see you. Our monthly Power Hour training is absolutely free. And it's more of a how-to. You're going to get screen shares. You're going to get a chance to ask questions. That's what it's for. We are here to be your co-pilots in the fast lane. So thanks for coming. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.